Hey everybody, cloudy day here in Seattle. Sorry for the background noise. A neighbor is working on his house, but yeah, it's been a while. Haven't really done a lot of videos lately because frankly the weather's been crappy here in Seattle, so not the best motorcycle riding conditions. And another thing, I've had a bad back, so yeah, for the past 5 weeks kind of tweaked my lower back, and I'm kind of a risk-averse guy, so I'm not going to ride my motorcycles unless I'm in kind of tip-top shape. So just haven't had really the opportunity to ride the bikes, the Harley and the Ducati, to do a video. So but today is a very special episode of my YouTube channel, and let's just kind of see what we got here. Oh yeah, what's that? That's not my Ram 2500. Yep, I did a thing. So this is a 2021 Ram TRX, Ram 1500, kind of loosely based on the Rebel, but got beefed up. So let's just kind of take a look at it and walk on down. So today what I'm going to do is just go over the truck, not a ride video. I'll definitely do that. I'll also be doing videos of some modifications and upgrades that I'm going to do to the truck. But yeah, I picked her up last week. Hope to make this video a little bit different than there's a fair amount of TRX videos already out there, and so I'll try not to, repeat the same talking points. Everybody's showing, like, the T-Rex eating the Raptor, Easter eggs and stuff like that. It's like on every video, so I'm not really going to be going into that, but really going into the what, and frankly the why, and even the where. There's a story behind that as well. So yeah, this is a granite crystal TRX. Guess I'll start with where, when I'm talking about what, why, or where. I live in Seattle, but I bought this truck in Pulaski, Wisconsin. Now you might be asking, well, why in the hell did you buy this in Wisconsin if you live in Seattle? Well, the issue is with this truck is it is, one, just hard to locate and get, and then two, all the dealers are marking it up. Kind of the local dealerships in Washington. I called around when this was announced about half a year ago, a little over a half a year ago, and I asked about it. I have a Ram 2500. I even bought that from a local dealer, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we have it, but it's a $20,000 to $50,000 markup on the truck above MSRP." And there's no way I'm paying above MSRP for truck. Heck, I have a little issue paying MSRP for a truck. When I bought my 2500, my 12 Ram 2500, I got a good deal on it. It didn't pay close to MSRP, so there was no way in hell I was going to pay this huge markup on a truck at MSRP. So after calling around and kind of getting disillusioned by the local dealers, I went on an online forum and a message board, and there was a dealer there who posted and said, "Hey, I got 2 TRXs on order." They were in D status. D as in David, if you're familiar with the Ram FCA codes for production. And he said that he was going to sell it at MSRP. It was actually Ben, maybe Ben Ott, the last name, but I know it was a Ben, at S&L Motors in Pulaski, Wisconsin, outside of Green Bay. And I called him up and said, sold. He was great to work with. There was no games whatsoever. He was very transparent with me. He says, listen, the truck hasn't been built yet. I can't remember when I ordered it. I believe this was an August 2020 order, and then maybe someone backed out of it or something, and then I picked it up in, I don't know, I think I put the deposit down in January. And I just said, rather than paying this ridiculous dealer markup, I'll just buy it at MSRP and I'll make a road trip out of it. So last week on Monday, he called me and said, yeah, the truck is going to be there. Bought a ticket to Minneapolis on short notice, which is a 4-hour drive to Pulaski. I wanted to fly into Milwaukee, but just because of the short notice, it was hard to get nonstop flights. And then on, let's see, Thursday, I left at 6 a.m. in Seattle, caught a flight 6 a.m. to Minneapolis, landed about noon, got into a rental car, drove to Pulaski, was out of the dealer at 5:30, and drove back to Minneapolis. And then the next day, Friday, I did a 16-hour leg in this, from Minneapolis to Missoula, Montana. And then on Saturday, I had this in the driveway at 1:30 p.m. So I did the trip quick. I had no issues with the trip. Truck performed flawlessly. I'll go over some things, some little quirks that I don't like, some issues I've had, but very minor. But overall, it was a 2,000-mile trip, and it handled it like a boss. It was very comfortable. I have a bad back, and the Lombard seats, which I'll show you, they did a good job in terms of back support, climate control, sunroof. And another thing that was really nice about it, the first 500 miles you're in break-in period, you can't even use the launch control, and I'll explain that when I show you the inside of the truck. So I basically just whipped through the break-in period through a couple-day period, which was nice. So now I guess the next thing is why get a Ram TRX. So first thing is I usually ride motorcycles. All my videos to date, I believe, have been motorcycle videos. I got the Ducati Sport Pro 1100 here. That's my kind of get around bike. And then obviously I got the Harley Road Glide Ultra, which I've had a lot of fun with, kind of tricked it out, chromed it, blinged it out, and this is more for kind of longer trips, or maybe I'm hitting biker bars, I'll jump on the Harley. I have a Ram 2500 that my sister is currently driving or borrowing, and I love that truck. It's a 2012. It's a Cummins diesel. It is really reliable, but I only have 70,000 miles on it, and I bought it 10 years ago. And the reason why, bam, I'm a Harley and Ducati guy, and I like riding my motorcycles. So I haven't actually bought a Cager in over 10 years. I kind of went through the car phase in my 20s and 30s. I've owned some nice cars, BMW, Mercedes, Infiniti, AMGs, etc. But I thought I was pretty done buying Cagers because I just enjoy bikes much, and my truck, my Ram 2500, is fully capable. But when they announced that they were coming out with this, I kind of knew, okay, I have to get it. And one of the reasons why is it has the Hellcat engine, which is insane. 6.2 liter supercharged. It's just a phenomenal engine, 700 plus horsepower. It's insane, and I almost look at it as an investment. Now, yes, that's probably just rationalization of buying a vehicle, but at the end of the day, with the advent of electric cars, which I fully support, the big Hemis and the big engine, big block engines in trucks and cars, they're gonna be a thing of the past. And I kind of felt like, hey, this is an opportunity to own something that is eventually going to get phased out. And it was one reason why I bought it. Another reason why I bought it is I'm doing a lot more outdoor stuff. So sort of amateur overlanding, camping, hitting trails, etc., etc. I love the outdoors. I want to do more of that. And my Ram 2500, though fully capable, it's not really an off-roading truck. Just an example is maybe a month ago, I went camping and out in the boonies near Clellan, Washington, snow camping actually. And my 2500 got stuck, and my 2500 is pretty big. This is actually bigger, which is crazy. But I had to do a rescue of my 2500 because it got off center. And it's a great tow vehicle. It's an amazing kind of work truck to put stuff in, put firewood in the back, or just big items and things like that. So I'm gonna keep the Ram 2500. But this truck is fun truck. This is the weekend warrior, hit the trails, go overlanding, go to the beach, and just have some fun. So that's the why for this truck. All right, let's start going into some of the details. It's huge, granite crystal. You know, two-tone. I probably would have preferred the black, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And this truck, when it was posted, the window sticker had a lot of the items that I wanted, and I like the granite crystal. It looks nice. It just looks mean. You know, I have some badging here, so I have the TRX badge up on the hood. I love the little red accent, 6.2 liter supercharged. This is pretty cool. I love the LED lights in the functional hood scoop. So yes, this actually brings in air to the engine. A buddy of mine thinks I should get the kit Knight Rider lights that go back and forth, but I don't know if I can do that. I love the front end, just sweet. Adaptive headlights, tow hooks. Wish they were red, but I can probably just powder coat those. You got your front sensors. Yeah. And then here, these tires are insane. So I have 33 inch tires on my Ram 2500, and they look right. I mean, these are 35, and I think those are 18-inch rims, but I love the black rims. I think usually almost all my vehicles I've purchased in the past 20 years, I've changed the tires and the wheels. I'm keeping these. I think Ram did a pretty good job for stock. I mean, I think those things look mean. I like the tread. They're all terrain. Again, 35 inches. They're just gigantic. I kind of like some of the little accents, like the scoop there. These steps, they're good. They work well. Look at the truck bed really quick. I did get kind of the, I don't know what the official name for the option is, but the, you know, kind of the upgraded truck bed. So just comes down through the remote. Wow, look at that. I got one little thing of wood here. Wow, I'm really using this truck as intended. So yeah, the truck bed is lined, which I like. My 2500 doesn't have a lined bed, and it's just really jacked up. I do have these, this thing right here, well, for tie downs, the little rail for tie downs. Though I'm probably gonna take that out, and I'll talk about that later in terms of why. But yeah, it's just, it's nice. Got the badging. It's a little busy on the badging with the 4x4 and the Ram and the TRX there, but I don't think I'm going to remove any badges on this. So let's do a cold start on it. Just hit the key, you hit it twice. They have a button just for a cold start. Oh yeah, that just sounds mean. It's so wide, it has marker lights, which is nice on the outer fenders. Got the lights on. All right, let's look inside. All right, let me turn her off. Okay, so yeah, let's go into the interior. So I got the trim level 2 packages. So there's 2 packages you can get. One is a more basic trim package. Thankfully, I got the trim level 2. I also got the carbon fiber package. So you'll see I got carbon fiber accents sort of right there. You see them up there. And this interior is just crazy nice. It's you know, probably the nicest interior car I ever had was an E63 AMG that I had a while ago, and that interior was nice, but this rivals it. It really does. It's just, you know, the stitching is nice, just leather, the carbon fiber accents. You got carbon fiber on the steering wheel. It's just really, just a really well put together cabin. The seats, which are heated and cooled, and which is really cool is the back seats also are heated and cooled, and they recline, which is crazy. You got the TRX stitched in the seat. A very, very comfortable chair. Again, I did 2,000 miles on this in one trip, and I was very comfortable the whole time. Another nice thing is for putting it into, you know, rear or reverse, park, and all that, neutral. They put a center console stick, and so you don't have the dial, so that's kind of nice. You got paddle shifters. I mean, I'm probably, frankly, not going to use the paddle shifters, but they look nice and they are functional. And then you got the huge Tesla-like Uconnect screen, touchscreen. I like it. It looks great, especially at night. I mean, it can be a little, I feel like there's a kind of a steep learning curve, you know, when I'm using this. I'm just like, geez, what am I doing? Starting an airplane when I'm just trying to, you know, adjust the heat and all that. So I got to start using like the voice controls and stuff like that. Once I start getting used to the voice controls, it'll be a lot easier. But it's a very bright screen. Uconnect works really well with my iPhone, GPS, nav, Sirius radio, and all that. Just, yeah, it really works well. You got cell phone charging right there. Yeah, just a really, really nice cabin. I did get the sunroof. That was an option I wanted. I don't have that on my 2500. I've had sunroofs on my cars. Granted, it adds a little weight, I'm sure, but it's worth it. It's really nice. I like it. It comes with a Harman Kardon stereo system. There's a speaker there. Now it's adequate. And actually on Monday, I'm dropping my truck off to basically completely gut out the stereo system and replace it. I mean, I'm an audiophile, quite honestly. I really love music. I'm willing to invest in good music components or good, and like, for example, at home, I have Macintosh components, Focal components, Sonus Faber, etc. So I'm basically going to tear out the stock speakers and amps, and I'm putting in a JL Audio and Focal setup. So I'll put Focal 6.5 Focal Flax here, JL Audio amps, and all my vehicles have upgraded stereos, including, heck, my Harley even has Focal and JL Audio. So that will be one of the first upgrades, and I'll do a video on that. All right, let's check out the back seat. So yeah, it's roomy. It's roomier than my 2500, which is insane. I think that this truck is taller and wider than my 2500. It's not long because it's a short bed, but it's gigantic. It's just huge. I like how you have USB connections and charging connections in the back. Carbon fiber accents. Haven't even taken out the some of the TRX swag. I already got to do that. The lighting's nice. Just really, really comfortable. And again, I love that it's heated and cooled back seats. I think that's pretty cool. So, you know, here's a little thing that's actually pretty impressive. These mats, the stock mats, are great. You know, I thought I'd have to replace the mats. These are good, all-weather, durable mats. So good job, Ram, for doing that. All right, we'll go around to just give it different perspective from the passenger side. And again, just really well put together. Just a beautiful truck. I'm very happy with this. Literally no regrets whatsoever in terms of getting it. So probably the number one thing I like about the truck is the power. It's insane. It's literally insane. It's obnoxious, obscene, obnoxious, obscene, and insane. And it's so fast. Ram says the 0 to 60 is 4.5, but there's plenty of people on YouTube who have obliterated that and got sub 4s. It can run a 12-something quarter mile. And, you know, I'm not like a super aggressive driver, quite honestly, but when I want to have some fun with it, I can. I mean, I'm telling you, when I get on a freeway on-ramp, it's like I'm smiling before I even hit the ramp. One thing I should show, and granted, I'm sure you've seen this in 100 videos, but it has launch control, which is pretty cool. Basically, you set it, you set where you want the RPMs to be at before it engages, and then you can get a really good sort of at a stoplight or on the track type start, which is nice. It's a four-wheel drive all the time, which is fine. Heck, my buddy was even commenting. He's like, it has a red push start button like a sports car. You know, it's just those little details that are really cool. I love the look. I think in person, it looks a lot better than when you see in photos. I don't think photos or even videos do it justice, but it's just mean. and that I just love it. It was funny. I stayed at the JW Marriott in Minneapolis, and when I picked it up, and I spent the night there with the truck, and it was on lockdown due to all the protesting and stuff that's going on there. And when I pulled up in this truck, like security came up to me and they were like, "Are you with the FBI?" I'm telling you, they thought that just because of the truck. I mean, it looks like a law enforcement truck. I mean, it just looks like a straight up assassin. I love how wide it is. The handling is absolutely amazing. I mean, my Ram 2500, which I love, but it steers like a boat. It's just a really soft steering wheel, and it's just not very reactive to when you're turning. Whereas this, the steering is just it's on point. Soft suspension, but it's not overly soft. It really isn't. You can also adjust the drive modes. So it has like a Baja mode, a sport mode, an auto mode. When I did the 2,000-mile trip, I was on auto mode the whole time. I didn't want to get really aggressive with the truck because frankly, I just didn't want to get stranded in like North Dakota or something. But once I've been in Seattle, I've been engaging it in sport mode. And yeah, it's just loud, it's mean, it's quick. You hit that gas just a little bit and you're going. And what's so crazy is it's so big. It's like you can't even understand how such a big vehicle can move so fast. But we're talking about the Hellcat engine, and you got 700 horses. This thing's gonna move, and it does. So in terms of things I don't like about it, and there's not many, it's just it has a few little kind of quirks. One, the windshield wipers suck. I don't know. I just don't know why. I'm gonna have to upgrade them. I live in Seattle. It rains a lot. I'm gonna need new windshield wipers. One thing that kind of concerned me is when I was going through Montana is, you know, you're whipping through Montana. I mean, it's 80 miles per hour. They changed the no speed limit. I don't know when, but now it's at 80. And the the windshield wipers kind of rattle a little bit at high speeds, but they also rattle a little at low speeds when they're engaged. And I was just like, God, what's up with that? So kind of got to look into that. Definitely get new, better upgraded windshield wiper blades. Hopefully that kind of addresses some of the issues. Another thing that's an issue is it has its parking sensors, or its, the sensors for front and back to make sure you don't hit anything. they're way too sensitive, like insanely too sensitive. I'm gonna have to disengage. Well, there's a button inside where you can disengage your sensors because what it does, it auto brakes for you. So I can't even back up into my driveway. The first time I did it, I backed up. It's like a very, very slight incline, and my truck just braked immediately and beeped and alarms and all kinds of crap. And I was like, what's going on? I got plenty of room, I'm not hitting anything. And it's because the back sensors are just too sensitive. So, I mean, you know, first world problems, whatever. I could just disengage or engage the sensors whenever I want, but that was a problem. Trying to think what else. Frankly, I don't think there's anything else that upsets me about the truck. It is just incredibly fun. I can't wait to take it on the trails. I can't wait to take it on the beach, and yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with it. So for upgrades really quick, I actually got an upgrade in the garage right here that I'm going to install personally. I might need a buddy, friend to help out, but I got a Pace Edwards retractable aluminum tonneau cover, so bed cover. So that's gonna go on, and I'm gonna kind of trick this out for off-road and overlanding. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have that in the truck bed, and that's probably why I'm gonna have to remove the tie-down rail bar. I guess I could cut it, we'll see, but the Pace Edwards tonneau cover, it's retractable, so there's like sort of a big compartment that's gonna need to have some clearance to take in the cover, so I don't quite know if it will fit with those the tie-down rail. But that's easy enough. They look like they'd be pretty easy to take off. So that's one thing I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna put a rack system above it, and a rail and rack system, and then I'll be able to kind of have more storage. I already talked a little bit about the stereo. I'm putting some JL amps in here. I'm putting a Focal Flax speakers, 6.5 inch. I actually have Focal Flax speakers for my home system for surrounds, and I really like them. So I put Focal a lot in my vehicles. Like for example, if you look on the Harley, I got Focal speakers in there. I trust Focal. I love their speakers, so definitely going to put those in here. And so I think the sound system will be pretty good. And then I'm also putting Escort integrated radar in here. Again, I'm not a speeder. I haven't had a speeding ticket that stuck in, I don't know, 25 years. But this thing, it's just so powerful and so fast that it's kind of easy to be like, oh wait, I'm 15, 20 miles over the speed limit. So I'm getting the Escort, what is it, the 360? I can't really remember off the top of my head. Integrated system with laser jammers and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, like I said, I'm dropping this off on Monday, and they'll be working on that. Another upgrade I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking about painting the calipers red. They just look pretty lame, frankly. It'd be nice if they had some like cool Brembos or good brakes on here. I mean, these brakes are adequate and they're good. I don't like how they look, so I might spice it up and make those red. Also the wheel lugs, I might get black. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing some videos with this. I will definitely get back to doing videos on the Ducati and Harley and some rides. But again, my back has been out, so I'm just waiting for my back to be fully recovered before I ride my bikes. But in the meantime, just can do some TRX videos, definitely will do some overlanding videos, definitely will do some upgrade videos and things like that. So yeah, I'm super excited. I feel very blessed. I'm hoping this is the last cager I ever buy. I'm kind of done with buying cagers, but this is just something I had to have. So yeah, so hey, thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please subscribe, please give it a like, and feel free to post a comment, and I will try to answer everybody's question. All right, well, to the next time.